That's hearsay, I guess.
And I was just sure it's off of the truth of the matter. So
You got it.
okay, all right, well then.
I'm learning.
Mental condition. It doesn't. It's still hearsay, Your Honor. May we approach?
On my side of the bed, reading, and she was still rattling off all the wrongs I'd done to her. And that
We've heard a little testimony about boots. What, if anything, did you do to help Johnny with his boots?
Well, I mean, I suppose that I took off his boots, and it made an impression on him, and I was happy to, you know, anything I can do to show love. Certainly how I felt about him. But if he wanted to take off his own boots, he certainly could.
Mr. Depp had his penis out of his pants, didn't he?
I think it would have
Relevance.
Next question.
And you were trying to get Mr. Depp out of the house, correct?
There's one thing you can expect from me, and that's the unexpected. 'Cause I'm an international super spy. Super spy!
Johnny took his penis out of his pants and started trying to pee or peeing outside of the house, saying that he had more messages for me. And this is in front of security. And they kind of just like...
Did you hear the stupid points Amber Heard has been making while she testifies? It has got so out of control that Johnny Depp can be seen laughing throughout the trial so many times. You'll definitely find the last point so hilarious, so stay tuned. Before we proceed, don't forget to hit the like button if you're Team Depp. Anyway, the Depp and Heard trial has escalated. Now it is Amber's turn to get on the stand and tell her points to the world, no matter how pointless they may seem. She has been rambling on, and she brought up this point that had the entire court laughing. I mean, we don't really blame Depp for laughing through the case. She too has been sarcastically mocking or scoffing at Depp's testimony throughout the trial. But back then, Amber used to laugh not because Depp was saying pointless things, but because he was often trying to lighten up the situation in the court. When Amber Heard's lawyers tried to block Johnny Depp's testimony in their $50 million defamation case in Virginia, he laughed and joked about it in court. During his testimony, Mr. Depp said that a chef made Miss Heard her favorite Mexican meal for her 30th birthday. He caught himself and feared that someone would object to his own testimony. Mr. Depp told the court,
That's hearsay, I guess.
And I was just sure it's off of the truth of the matter. So
You got it.
okay, all right, well then.
I'm learning.
Johnny Depp was seen laughing in court when Amber Heard told the court that his breath smelled of weed and alcohol when he flew to LA. During her second day of testimony in Johnny Depp's defamation lawsuit, she was asked about the flight. Depp claims that his ex-wife implied in the Washington Post op-ed in 2018 that she had been abused by him. People who were on the plane to New York said that they had to wait a long time for Johnny Depp, who was in an SUV nearby, to be picked up after the plane landed. Then, when Depp got on the plane, Heard said he smelled of weed and alcohol, and he started asking her questions and asking if she had anything else to tell him. She testified, "We take off, and at some point he's asking me what's wrong with me. Do I have something to tell him? I already know that he's drunk. I already know he's using. He reeks of weed and alcohol. I mean, his breath smelled so bad I could anticipate that there was a no-win situation here." The Pirates of the Caribbean star was looking down when Heard was giving her testimony. But after she said his breath smelled bad, he could be seen laughing. Heard went on to say that a lot of her involvement in arguments with Johnny Depp was because she was trying to diffuse, before she was interrupted with an objection from a lawyer. If you think that was hilarious, wait for the next one. You'll definitely find yourself on the floor laughing. This one time, Depp too couldn't help but laugh because of how openly his genitals were being discussed in public. I mean, you would be too if people were trying to say things about your genitals when they weren't even true in the first place. Here's what happened. The entire thing was so full of lies that Depp was caught laughing both when Amber brought it up and when their bodyguard was brought up to stand and testify. Johnny Depp looked like he was laughing again in court on Thursday when Amber Heard told a story about how Depp allegedly peed on the floor. During her defense testimony, Heard told the court about a series of events that happened in 2015 when the two were in Australia. Allegedly, after a long fight, Johnny Depp took out his penis in front of Heard and security and peed on the floor. This is what she said on Thursday. The court hearing in April was the first time the incident came up. On Thursday, the Pirates of the Caribbean actor seemed to laugh. He didn't like what he heard. She was very emotional when she talked about the fight she had with Johnny Depp the night before. After the fight, security came and Depp tried to urinate on the floor.
Johnny took his penis out of his pants and started trying to pee or peeing outside of the house, saying that he had more messages for me. And this is in front of security. And they kind of just like...
However, her lies were instantly caught. How? Well, she kept saying that it was in front of security. When the same security or bodyguard was testifying, he clearly said no such thing happened. Johnny Depp laughed when Amber Heard's lawyer asked Johnny Depp's bodyguard if he had seen his genitals when he allegedly urinated in the lobby of their home in Australia. This time, Johnny Depp's bodyguard was asked if he'd ever seen the actor's penis, and obviously the entire audience as well as Depp burst out laughing. Malcolm Connolly, the bodyguard, was asked in a Zoom hearing if it was true or not that Depp was urinating in the foyer of the home. Connolly said no. During the filming of Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Men Tell No Tales, he and his ex-wife Heard were renting an apartment there. People magazine said that Connolly said he heard a noise inside the house, and when he went in, he saw Johnny in the foyer. It was Amber's lawyer's question. And did Mr. Depp try and urinate in the foyer, didn't he? Connolly said no. Her lawyer did not get a yes out of the person on Zoom meeting, so he went to question again. Mr. Depp had his penis out, didn't he? The British bodyguard denied and said, I think I would have remembered seeing Mr. Depp's penis. The actor reacted by bursting into laughter, shaking his head and hiding his face in his arm while laughing.
Mr. Depp had his penis out of his pants, didn't he?
I think I would remember.
Relevance.
Oh, well. Next question.
And you were trying to get Mr. Depp out of the house, correct?
This one had us laughing too, and we're sure you'll love the last one, so stay tuned. Johnny told the court that Amber used to bring him a glass of wine and take off his boots when he came home from work. He said, when I came home from work, I'd come into the house and she'd sit me down and give me a glass of wine and take off my boots. He added that whenever he did it himself, Amber told him, no, that's my job. You don't do that. I do that. In court on Wednesday, Amber's lawyer said, we've heard a little bit about boots. What, if anything, did you do to help Johnny with his boots? Well, I suppose I took off his boots and I made an impression on him. I was happy to, do anything I could do to show love, Amber replied. She added, it was certainly how I felt about him, but if he wanted to take off his own boots, he certainly could. Hearing Amber's statement, Johnny laughed. A video of the moment when this happened has been shared on Twitter.
We've heard a little testimony about boots. What, if anything, did you do to help Johnny with his boots?
Well, I suppose that I took off his boots and it made an impression on him, and I was happy to, anything I can do to show love. Certainly how I felt about him. But if he wanted to take off his own boots, he certainly could.
And if you think that was crazy, cameramen have also spotted Amber Heard posing like she's crying and wiping her nose. I just want you to take a look for yourself.
Mental condition. It doesn't. It's still hearsay, Your Honor. May we approach you?
The short clip shows Amber blowing her nose on a tissue and the camera flash reflects on her face. The actress then proceeds to pause her actions and pose as the photographer takes another shot. Wow, what a hell of an actress. And that's it for today, y'all. So what do you think? Are there any chances that Heard will be able to win this case? Are you Team Johnny or Team Amber? We would love to hear from you in the comments below. Do check out some of these other tea-filled videos we have for you. Goodbye for now.